Welcome to Head in the Clouds. I'm KettaMay, and I'm here in the 716 Live studio. And make sure you guys check out the podcasting, the broadcasting, photo shoots, whatever you need is right here in this studio. And catch up on some, old episodes and previous episodes from everyone that is a part of this network and 716live.com. And I'm so excited right now. I have a special guest. Her name is Iesha Moody. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Thank you so much. So, I'm excited. The crazy thing is, I knew I had to have you, but I get nervous, like I was telling you. So, I be having to slide in people DMs. Like, I don't do that. I don't really feel like, but when I had Fruit Lady Sierra on, she was like, no, you got, and I knew she was saying that I just knew that she was going to say that you did her photo shoot. And I was like, okay, God, that's the sign right there. All right, I got to do it. So, yeah, how are you feeling today? That's good. That is so good. So before we start, I like to read a scripture. Today's scripture is Numbers 14:14. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that thou, Lord, art among this people, that thou, Lord, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud and in a pillar of fire by night. So, like in this chapter, Moses and God, of course, uh, Moses was able to see God face to face, and he was, God was telling him to free his people from Egypt and everything. And when he freed them, they were so afraid of God's promise. Like God said, I have this promised land for you, but for some reason they was just so afraid. They chose fear over faith. And I want to know, like, was how strong is your belief in God's promise?
Oh, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
I had a I'll say a rough growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So where I am today is strictly because of God.
Yes.
Literally strictly because of God. So
Yes.
I am very trusting in His ways.
Cause I'm just saying, like when he say he gonna do something, he gonna
Right,
do it.
exactly.
So the fact that they didn't understand that, and I'm thinking like, if we lived back then, would we have understood it too? But knowing now, like that we have things, people that we can see, our ancestors that been through it, it's like, no, we know who God is, so we have no choice but to follow suit and
Right.
follow His promise. So tell us, who is Iesha
So
Moody?
I am a mom of
Mm-hmm.
two. I am a wife, and I am a business owner. I have two businesses. I have a cosmetic line that I started in 2020, and my 3 year anniversary was just this past Friday.
Oh,
Thank you.
congratulations.
And then I also do photography, product photography, food photography, and now people have forced me into doing pictures of themselves.
Yes.
That's me. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just in a happy space right now in life.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, that's me.
So, like, who inspires you or what inspires you?
um, my children. Well, I'm gonna say my children motivate me. My husband is who inspires me.
Aw.
Like he really inspires me because like his drive is just like out of this world.
Wow.
And so he pushes me to like go past my limits. And
Yes.
so like a lot of times, I talk down to myself and he's there and like, no, you can do that.
Okay.
You definitely can do that. I don't think you can do that. You definitely can.
No,
Like
I
even with
love that.
photography. So, I've been doing my own product photography for my own brand since I started in
Yes.
2020. And like, so many people like, oh, who does your photos? And I'm like, oh, me. And then people are like, oh, you should do mine. And I'm just like, I don't
Right.
think I'm capable enough of doing other people. Like, I have a good eye for my stuff, but I don't know
Yes.
about having a good eye for other people's stuff. And my husband was just like, nah, do it. Like,
Yeah, why
you should
not?
turn that into a business. So I'm gonna say maybe like November. I remember I had vlogged because I have a YouTube channel. I had vlogged, and in my vlog I was doing product photography, and I
Yes.
had said in there like, so many people asked me to do photography for them. I said maybe one day I will,
Yes.
And he was like, well, what do you need for it? And I'm like, oh, well, I'll need like a camera. Because, before this, I was doing everything strictly from my phone.
Oh,
All of my videos
wow.
were done on my phone.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, I'll need like a camera and I'll need like a MacBook. And he was like, well, maybe in a few months I can get it for you. Girl, Christmas, I woke up, I had my
It
camera,
was
I had
there.
my
Oh.
MacBook. And he's like, go about your business.
Oh
Like,
my
just start. And
God.
I started, and it's been amazing. Like, I've been able to work with such amazing people. And um, like in the beginning when I started, I was taking so many bookings, but now, like I'm just more so on like my peace and my mental health. So like
Yeah,
I've kind of steered away from taking so many bookings because like it just takes away from time with my kids,
it
and I don't want to do
does.
that. So, but it's great. Like I love it.
And
My
that's
husband is really my biggest
good.
inspiration.
Aw. And then, like, everybody that because I'm friends with some people. I've been friends with you, so I've seen the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, I didn't know that you was doing that with your phone in the beginning, but those pictures were so professional. And then to see you, like, now progressing to showing yourself behind the scene, and I'm like, and then everybody that interacts with you or that work for them or whatever, they are so satisfied. Like they brag. Like I said, Fruit Lady, she was bragging on you. Like she is so amazing in real life. I'm like, what? That's what I'm like. I really got to get around here because some people be one way on the camera, one way at home, one way at work. But like to come across people who is the same
Yeah.
all around, like that's major to me. So
I think that for me, my biggest thing is that you can have a good personality, but it's your character that really
yes.
matters. And like I just always say, like I just want to have good character all around. So
Yes, I like that.
yeah.
I know God is building mine. Like, cause I'm the type of person that's like shy. Like, even doing this right here, it's like having to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's big to
Yeah.
me. Like, so, cause I'm an introvert. I'd rather be reading my book, writing my stuff. But then, like, it came to me. Like, this came to me while I was doing that. So it's like I have to. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I didn't do this, I would be missing something.
You would be
Like
missing your mark. Mm-hmm.
and people that I need to be reaching in the process. So like I said, everybody that you come in contact with, imagine if you didn't. Like that would be crazy, and they just love you. I'm like, oh my God, that's deep. So let's see. Can we get into some? Oh yeah. So how do you balance those many duties that you just named?
Honestly, I really don't know. Like, I really think it's just by the grace of God. So like,
Yeah.
before I started with my cosmetic line and photography, I had a boutique, a
Mhm.
kids boutique on Park Side
Wow.
across from the zoo, and I had that for a little over 2 years. And I think that having the boutique is really what made me realize like you gotta have some kind of balance in life.
Yes.
Because with my boutique, I was open from 10 to 6 every day. So
Mhm.
my kids would go to school, and I was still working at the time.
Yes.
So I had dropped down to part time so I could be able to manage being at the boutique. So
Yes.
my kids were in school. I would go to the boutique, open up. By the time it was time for them to get out of school, I have to close for like a half
Oh
hour, go pick
yeah.
them up, bring them back to the
Oh
boutique.
my
My oldest
goodness.
son was doing homework there, and then like I just realized how it was taking a toll like on my household because like when I closed at 6, I still had to go home, still be a mom,
Of
fix
course.
dinner, get them ready for
Yes.
bed. And my husband is like he's a huge. My husband is such an amazing man. Like he's a great father, a great husband. But like I feel like the woman is the one who really like
Yeah.
takes care of the household. So it's just like
Yeah.
I seen how it was taking a toll, and then COVID hit. So like I feel
Mm.
like when COVID hit, it was like a blessing in disguise because although I loved having a boutique, I feel like once COVID hit and we were forced to like close everything, um, I was just like, you know what? Like I'm realizing that my business can still thrive online, and
Yes.
so I decided to close like the actual storefront, and we were just solely online. But then in the midst of that, I was still preparing to launch a cosmetic line,
Yes.
and so I launched the cosmetic line, and I launched that solely because I was going through postpartum depression really bad with my business. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Oh my.
So like makeup was like therapeutic for me. That was my way to like
Yes.
escape my reality.
Yes.
Um,
It seemed like it was yesterday when, like, it's giving me the chills. That time just flew by.
yeah.
like that. And even like I said, watching your journey
Yeah.
and now hearing the behind the scenes of it, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God. So you're so like in this moment, like I know that you're proud that you even made it through. Like,
Oh,
do you still
absolutely.
deal with it a little bit, or is you have been
No,
delivered, you
no,
healed from that?
I've been doing really well. So like I just
Yes.
started therapy this past summer, which
Yes.
I'm so glad I did because for years I was contemplating like back and forth with myself. I don't think I should go to therapy. Then it's like I don't know if I want to go to therapy. There's like a stigma
It
on it, especially
is.
for Black people.
Mhm.
My mom is a schizophrenic, so it's just like those childhood traumas don't go away. You kind of just put them on the back burner or
Yeah.
sweep them under the rug, and then you realize in your adult life how they're affecting you. And so like as you grow older, you start to realize like I don't understand why I act this way or why I speak this way or why I
Mm.
do certain things or why I
Yes.
am this way with my children. So I decided to go to therapy, and it probably was one of the absolute best
Oh,
decisions that I've
wow.
ever made. But balance is just like I really don't know how I balance everything. I just do.
Yeah.
like I really don't have a real explanation. I think it's just because like my husband, like I said, he's like such a great asset, and
Yes.
so like wherever I slack, like he's right there
Oh my
picking up the
God.
slack. Wherever he's slack, I'm right there picking up the slack. So it's like
Yes.
if I'm crawling, he's walking. If he's
Oh
crawling,
my
I'm walking. And
God.
sometimes we're both crawling together. So
I love that.
I don't know how to
And
do it.
God knew what he was doing when he put
Yeah,
y'all two
absolutely,
together. That was
absolutely.
definitely ordained. When it's like that, that
Yeah,
equally yoked, when you can be there for him in a moment
right.
where he needs you and vice versa. Like
Yeah.
that's major right there. Oh my God. Like you giving me like I love it cuz then I see it. But then like I said, hearing it from your voice and you see it and
yeah.
it matches. That is amazing. Um have you ever been afraid to share your gifts, any of your gifts like that you do? Have you?
I'd say maybe in the previous years,
Mhm.
because I'm one of those people that like I'm big on like energy and vibes. So like sometimes you share your gifts and people abuse your gifts.
That's yeah.
So, but now like I said, I'm in a space of like just peace, and so I just feel like the gifts that God gave me, He wanted me, or He wants
Yes.
me to share. So I'm not at this point in life. I'm not afraid to share anything. Like the only thing that I probably wouldn't share at this point in life was like another pregnancy or something. I think I would keep
You
that
will
to
keep that
myself. I
really?
think I would keep that to
Oh
myself
my
and then
goodness.
like just announce it to the world when I'm ready because like I feel like those kind of moments, especially like I'm 32 now, so I feel like
Yes,
those kind of moments are like sacred. So
they are.
that's probably the only thing I would
And
tell.
everybody be in your business,
Right,
like.
exactly.
And you see a lot of celebrities doing that now. Like
Yeah,
you don't even when their belly starts growing, they still
yeah,
it's quiet. So
yeah,
and then you just see the baby and you're like, oh. And
yeah,
they wait to even like
yeah,
Rihanna. I was like, dang, when we gonna see the baby?
because those moments are so sacred, and we live in such a cruel world
We
now.
do.
So it's just like I don't know, my children are just like the most precious things to
They
me, and
are.
like my first pregnancy, I was young when I
Yeah.
got pregnant with him. I was what 20, 21, and
Yes.
then my second child, I was 26, and I had him at 27. So it's just like if it happened again, I would definitely just keep that between me and my husband. Probably like the people that's the closest to me,
Of
but
course.
yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. And like for me, so what I'm about to share is like deep for me, but like God gave me like gifts to like see stuff. So like for instance, if I have a dream, I can like it's in a sense like some people say manifesting or whatever, but sometimes it'd be a dream of like a warning.
Right.
Sometimes it'd be a dream of something that's coming to happen, whether it's good or bad or whatever the case may be. And like I don't know, like I used to be afraid to share that because I was thinking like, will people understand?
Right.
And then now that I'm like the only people, like you said, it's the people that's close to me. So, for instance, I had a dream that it was deep, like, and I'm gonna try not to cry because it was so real. So basically, I had a dream that something happened to my son. You know, your children is
Right.
a gift from God. So this dream, something happened to my son, and he had like it was like blood on him. So I'm driving, and my mom was watching him, and I'm asking her like, Ma, what happened? This is my dream. I'm like, what happened to him? And he's basically like dying in my arms. And I'm just like, Mom, what happened to him? And she not saying nothing. And I'm like, but when I woke up, when I tell you the waterfall that came down my eyes, it was like, Lord, what is you trying to say? Like, don't take my baby. Like, I don't, like, Lord, what is going on? So when I talked to my mom and I told her, I was like, when I had these dreams, things be happening and I don't want you around my kid. And she was looking at me like, what? Like, yo, what? Like, that's not me. I would never harm you again. I'm like, ma, nah, this was real. You did something to my baby. I'm like, And she like, but Keita, it wasn't me. I'm telling you. And she was like crying a little bit because she felt that's her baby. And I'm just like, but as time went on, I felt more comfortable, and I'm like, okay, God, I don't want that. I was rebuking it, like that cannot happen to my kid. Like I don't receive it. But I remember like a few months later, I get a phone call from my friend, and he was telling me like, is something going on at your people's house? Check on your people's. It's like it was ambulance, fire trucks, police, all of that, and I'm like, what? So he was talking about my son baby mother. So I'm like, I call my brother and I'm like, check on little Manny, like see what's going on because I just got a call that something happened. So I'm not thinking about my dream in this moment. I'm just whatever. And when I tell you, when he called me back and he said that, excuse me, his the baby's grandmother stabbed my nephew, and it made the news and everything.
Wow.
And they shot her in the head. And so when he told me that, I instantly reflected on the dream then. And I'm just like, God, so that was a warning. Right. That was a warning. And I just remember him going to the hospital. And when I tell you, like, the tear, like that's my brother, that's my baby brother. So when you have siblings, y'all don't cry together and all, but that cry was not like, and I was just like, it was like that cry that I had when I woke up, and I was like, oh my God. So when I tell you, God gives me these gifts, and it's like warning signs, but then I'm learning now that sometimes you can pray. Sometimes there's things that you can do to help the situation. And then like even me sharing is like, I never talk about this to everybody, like, but my brother know, my mom know, but like everybody don't know. Like, and then like I said, when you share it, you thinking like, okay, well, somebody think I'm crazy. If I tell you that I know something that's gonna happen, you're gonna look at me like, girl, but then it happened, you're gonna be like, girl, like, See, and the crazy thing is, that's deep because when I came up with these questions, I'm always in my prayer room. I'm always, asking God what it is that He need for me to say. This is all Him. So I'm like, God, you really want me to put myself out there right now? And then when He put it on my heart, it's like I have to trust Him. Right. So for you to say that, like, you're gonna make me cry, but it's like deep because it lets me know that He is really. And the crazy part is, like, it's just been great things. Like, so for instance, when I lost my mom, and you can be in a depressive state of mind, and I just remember laying on my couch and I'm just like, God, I need a hug from her. I need something. Like, I just need her presence or something. Do you know, like, your mother's touch, your touch, it's something that you do with your kids that nobody do with your kids. When I tell you, I felt her touch. And it spooked me. I'm like, wait a second. And I'm just like, Lord, like, what? Where's she at? But when I tell you, the crazy part is, like, people would think like, oh, that's demonic or that's this, like, but it's not. Like, people will take it and make it wicked. It's psychics or wizards or witches or whatever that make it wicked, but it's really God's people that He speak to, and like prophets or whatever, and they hear it, they see it, and then, like I said, if I tell it, like, would they understand that, or would they be like, What is
That's
she?
crazy.
And then it's so crazy because I seen a scripture and it was like, if you think I'm out of my mind, then I'm doing it for God.
Yeah.
But if you understand me, if you receive it, then it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that. When I read that, I was like, okay, I get it. But I wanted to know. I know I got like deep. I'm sorry, but I'm happy I didn't cry because when I was going over this, I'm like, Lord, and it's okay, but it's okay to cry, but I did not want to like I did not want to tear up. But I wanted to know, like, was there ever a moment? I know you said you had dreams, but was there ever a moment where you, that happened to you? And, like, even with pictures, like, have you seen, like, you know how they be saying, like, when you see things in pictures and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Like,
I feel like I've had a lot of those moments.
yeah,
I don't even know if I want to say this because
yeah. I
my
know
husband might be
it's,
watching this like,
I
what?
know.
Okay, so my husband's cousin passed away years ago. I'm saying maybe
Yes.
like 2008 he
Mm-hmm.
passed away. And it's so weird because like every so often I'll have dreams about him, and it's like he'll know that he's dead in the dream,
Mm-hmm.
but we be conversing as
Yes.
if he's alive. But like towards the end of the dream, like we'll both confirm like, so you know, like
Yeah.
you're not here. And it's so weird because sometimes when I say that, I see like you know like videos or YouTube or videos where they say like if you have dreams of somebody that's passed away, you're not supposed to like
But,
you're not supposed to tell them that they're dead. Like you're not supposed to tell them what the
mm,
reality is, which is
really?
weird. But I have these dreams, and when I wake up sometimes, like why am I having a dream about this
Yeah.
cousin that passed away? And it's just like, do I tell my husband this because like is this his way of like communicating through me? You
Yes.
know, like to get to my husband. And I
Yes.
never tell my husband that because like my husband is just like I don't know. I just don't ever
He
want to
not
like.
like that?
Well,
Like,
it's not that he's not like that. It's just like I don't ever want to like alter his emotions or whatever. So that you know, like that kind of stuff, I keep to myself. But I have those dreams often. It's usually like
yes.
sometimes when I wake up, I be like, God, can you please stop letting me have those kind of dreams?
It's a gift, though.
Please,
That's what I'm trying.
I don't want to have these kind of dreams no more.
Yeah.
Or even like
I'm the
I'm gonna say
same.
maybe like last year I had a dream, and this was like during football season last year. I had a dream
Mm.
that me and my husband had gotten into a horrible argument,
Oh my God.
and I had woke up, and I had just took like a little quick nap. I woke up and I'm like, why would I dream that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say maybe within an hour, we had gotten into a full blown argument
Oh
about
my
nothing, like about
God.
nothing, and I'm just like, what? Like, why would this really happen? I literally
Yeah.
just dreamed this. Why did this
Yeah.
happen? It's just
And
like,
it be for me, I used to think it was like they called it deja vu or
mm-hmm.
premonitions and stuff like that. But now that I'm becoming more spiritual and in tune with God,
Right.
I'm learning, like I said, that it's a gift that the same with you. I'm like, I don't wanna like
Yeah, because
and then
like
you
you don't want to alter people's emotions. Like you don't know how people are gonna receive that. So
No.
like I just be like, let me just keep this to myself. But it's so crazy because like when I do have those kind of dreams or like any other kind of dreams that I'm
Mhm.
just like, okay, why did I dream that? I don't even speak on that, especially if it's something that happened that was bad. I
Yeah.
don't even let it come out of my mouth because you know like I'm like I don't want to put that in the
That's
atmosphere.
what I
So
say
I kind
too.
of just keep it to myself. But yeah, it get weird.
It does. And that's why I'm saying, like, now that I'm learning about it, I'm like, so do I pray? Do I intercede for those moments? Do I intercede for people that I
Right.
seen? Like, because, like I said, even if I rebuked it against my son, but it still was
Right.
amongst my connection. So
Right.
it's like, I'm just learning how to understand it. And like I said, even with relaying those messages, it's like, how do you tell people
Right.
that? Because even like you said, people that passed away, they try to say, like, that's the man. And it's like, but Jesus was resurrected and came to see the disciples. They also saw Moses, they also saw Prophet Elijah. So it's in the Bible. It's
Yeah.
okay. Like you can it's okay for you to see spirits and stuff like that, but the thing is like I said, how are you interacting with them? Is it wicked? Is it evil? Are they doing, things that are ungodly? Like that's the thing that
Right.
I think about. And like I said, though I'm a woman of God, so I'm not crossing that line.
Right.
Like I'm not crossing that line. But it's deep. It get deep for me. Like you said, it get weird. Oh my goodness. But how do you prepare yourself for shoots?
So typically what I do is so I always do consultations with anybody that I do a shoot for, whether it's food photography, product photography, an in-person shoot. I always do consultations first, and the reason why I do that is because I need to make sure that we're a good fit for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I'm big on energy. I'm big on
Yes.
vibes. So I need to make that connection with you first.
Yes.
Because you know, like most of the time, you can just go right on their website, book your date, and that's it. No, I need to have a conversation with you. I need to see where your headspace is.
Yes.
Because like sometimes you know you'll do shoots with people and it just be like nothing that you thought it was gonna be. You just be like, God, what did I get myself into? So I always
Oh
do
my gosh,
consultations,
yeah.
you know, just to make sure that we're a good fit for each other. And then I also do, so when people book on my site for their consultations, they have to fill out a questionnaire of
Mm-hmm.
what kind of shoot they're looking for. If they have a vision, if they're shooting products, I need to know how many products they're shooting. So that way I can somewhat come up with a concept for them. You know,
Yes.
because a lot of times people come to me and they don't have a vision. Like they're just looking for me to take
Mm.
pictures. Like they don't really have a vision. So when they fill out that questionnaire, I'm able to come up with a concept for them. 99% of the time when we hop on a consultation call, I've already prepared like a vision board for them, or
Really?
a mood board, I should say.
I like
So that
that.
way, just to get them an idea of what their shoot can potentially look like, and then you know, like sometimes people say like, well, I don't want, I don't want that kind of picture. Let's do this kind of picture, and then you know, like that way, when we're on the call, we can bounce ideas
I
off each other.
love
A lot of times
that.
people get on. Before I was doing this, like without doing mood boards, people would hop on and be like, yeah, so I got 10 products, and I mean, just do what you want, and it's just like, yeah, no, I need some kind of vision here, and you know,
Yes.
like people sometimes people think they're doing me a favor when they be like, just you know, like just put your magic on it, and it's just like, so you want to use my creative director's skill, so you're gonna have to pay for that,
Okay.
because now I really have to dig into my brain to figure out what I want to do for you.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just like I said, I work with a lot of amazing people. So far I haven't had anybody that's been like a hard client
Yeah.
to work with. Everybody has
Yeah.
been like very pleasant.
That's
Everybody
good.
has loved everything that I've done for them. So yeah, like and then like especially product photography. So once we hop off the consultation call, we decide on a date. I try to typically like get a bunch of different props that I think would fit like their aesthetic or like the products that they're shooting. I always try to convince people to do like lifestyle shoots
Yes.
because I feel like just a product on a solid background or a white background is just boring. It has like no life to it. So I always try to convince people to do lifestyle shoots, even like with brand shoots now.
Mhm.
I always tell people like I specialize in lifestyle shoots. I don't want to just do a shoot on a solid background for
I
you
like
because I feel
that.
like it doesn't. When you do a shoot on a solid background, it doesn't really represent you or your brand. Like it doesn't tell me much of what you do or who you are.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
like that. That's deep. So you is like a content creator in a sense
Yeah.
too then. I love
Yeah.
that cuz that's what they've been calling it now
Right.
lately, like content creator.
Right.
And then you just cuz you was doing videos too, like videographer too. I seen that. I was like,
Yeah, I'm like a jack
"Oh."
of all
Mhm.
trades.
Yes, I see that. I'm like, okay now. And like even with me when I be taking pictures, like I'm particular when I take little selfies. Like, okay, well, this garbage can got a good out of.
Yeah, that's me. Or I'm quick to go to an app and delete that object. Remove this object and remove that object.
No, for real, because I'm like, how did they just? This is shoe right there. Get the shoe out of there. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm like peculiar about that. So basically, I think it's so amazing that you are doing this, and like I said, to see how creative you are, and even like you said, using whatever you have and bouncing ideas off of them. It's like I said, it's never, I'm always like amazed at everything that you put out, every product, picture that you put out. Yes, you're welcome. And it seems like it's simple, but it's complex. Cause I'm
It's
like,
very complex, especially when you're like a perfectionist like me. I'm such
mhm,
a perfectionist, so
mhm,
like I could take 100 pictures of one product and be like, okay, I know out of these 100 pictures, I gotta find one that I like. And a lot of times when I do shoots, especially product photography, you know, people think like, oh, she's just taking a few pictures. No, like if you see my camera roll, sometimes product shoots, I'll have like 700 pictures by the end of the shoot.
wow, you don't play.
Yeah, no, because I'm a perfectionist. And then like out of those 700, so they'll probably only be able to choose like 16, depending on what package you're getting. So
Mhm,
sometimes you'll
mhm.
get like 16, 13, and it's just like I took all these pictures. Because I'm looking at the camera like, wait, I took all these pictures? Like, what?
You was in a zone. You was just. Oh my my goodness, that's deep. And then like you have to be able to see things that no one can see.
Right.
And that brought me to a scripture when I was thinking about that, like how in the beginning, God created the world and everything, and He created, He said, "Let there be light." I'm just like, that's deep. But the thing is, what stuck out to me was that He didn't. Everything that He was saying was there. It wasn't there, and He was speaking things into existence as though they were there, but they weren't. And I'm just like, God, you was deep right there. So it's like, in a sense, it's like that with when you're taking pictures. In a sense, you have to see something that's not there, but basically manifested and it appears in a sense, right?
Right.
Wow, that's deep. Okay, so let me see. um, hmm, hmm. I was skipping ahead, y'all. Okay. So, I'm learning to understand how people, like, in a sense, you have to pay attention to what people think and what they say and all that stuff. But like, do that apply with like your everyday life? Do you just go about just not caring about it? You just do what you got to do, or do you feel like opinions matter?
Okay, so I'm gonna say maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, opinions probably mattered to me.
Yes.
Now that I've been in therapy, opinions do not matter to me.
Yes. Yes.
They do not matter to me, and I'm in such a space right now of your emergency is not my emergency, and I think sometimes
Yes.
that offends people because it's just like, wait, is she gonna let me know? Because okay, so I just watched a podcast actually where the pastor said that you have to be like you have to be more lenient with your no's than you are with your yeses because your yeses
Mm.
are so expensive. And so like I used to be in the space where I was yes to everything. Like, oh, you wanna go such and such? Yeah, I'll go. You wanna this? Yeah,
Yes.
I'll go. Oh, you wanna do that? Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Can you? Yeah, I'll do that. And now it's just like I'm to a point where I'm like, you know, and I don't have an explanation
You
for it.
don't
It's just
even
like,
care. Like,
no. You wanna go? No, no.
I love that.
Because like I feel like when you say yes so much, you're really like doing a disservice to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm really just like, yeah, no, no,
And
no.
it feel good because, like you said, you already have a lot of time with. I mean, not a lot of time, but you don't have that much time. So
Exactly.
now you're spreading yourself thin in a sense, and it's like, I should have
Exactly.
not. I
Like I just told
should.
my husband, so my birthday was April 4th,
Yes.
and we were supposed to be going to Toronto that weekend for my birthday. And I told my husband, I texted him like, I don't. I said we don't have to go to Toronto. I want to go anywhere. He was just like, wait, what? Why? And I'm just like, I need a mental break because literally
Yeah.
since January, I feel like I've been on go every weekend, like doing something, going to events, going to dinner with my friends, like just going to brunch. And so like
Yes.
I'm like I need a break. And so I told my husband like right now, like after my birthday, I kind of just want to do me, like because I've been doing for
Yeah.
everybody else. I've been, out supporting everybody else, doing everything. It's just like now I'm in a space where it's just like I kind of just want to be to myself,
No,
and it's like it's nothing against like
seriously.
like my friends or my family, but it's just like I just need time to myself and my kids because I really like my oldest son just turned 11, and I really feel like
Mm.
sometimes like he probably like my mom always going somewhere. Every time I turn around, she's like, "I'll be back in a little while, I love you."
Yeah.
Because like and I'm like I really am always going somewhere, like whether it's brunch, lunch, dinner,
Yes.
wine tour,
Yeah.
I'm always going somewhere, and I'm such an extrovert, but I'm such an introvert too. Like
Yeah.
I'm an extrovert around people that I'm comfortable with. So, and I feel like sometimes people get offended by that because like I'll be like, okay, so like like I'll drink occasionally. Like with people I'm comfortable with, I'll drink.
Yes.
But like if it's like somebody like people that I'm not familiar or comfortable with, like I think people take offense to it when I be like, yeah, I'm okay. Like I can
Yeah.
drink.
It's nothing wrong with
And it's
that.
like it's nothing against you. It's just like I'm just trying to be aware of my surroundings. And like I don't know what y'all vibes is when y'all start drinking. Like I know
Mm.
what my friends vibes are. I know what my
Mhm.
family vibes are.
Mhm.
And I really feel like sometimes people take offense to that, but now I'm just to the point where I don't care. I don't care
And you
period.
can't. And you can't because you're looking out for you.
Right.
And I think that's what matter. Like, we put ourselves to the side so much. And now that we are putting ourselves first, they like, wait, I thought you, no.
And that was one of the things that the pastor said on the podcast. He said, he basically said like Like that's the space
Mm.
that I'm in. Like I'm no longer gonna keep saying yeah I'll go or yeah I'll do that because like I feel like we say yes so much because we feel like if not we're offending that person or like or I'm
Mm-hmm.
not being loyal to that person. It's just like I'm not being loyal to myself if I keep saying yes to you.
And I learned this. Um, Ivana Fix My Life. She was saying like when you give somebody time that you don't have, you're making them a thief. I said, whoa, and that was deep. So that's a sin to steal, right? So it's like, dang, now you making them do something that
Right.
they shouldn't even be doing because
Right.
you gave them what you didn't have. So it's like, wow. And them sacrifices be deep. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes sacrifices are needed, but when it's not doing nothing to benefit you in
Right.
the process, I
Exactly.
can't. I really can't. And to me, it's like what matters in all of that is like what it really is in your heart to
Right.
do. So like you'll know when it's time and when it's like, yeah, I can't do that.
Right. Exactly.
Um, but I want to know like what words of encouragement would you give someone who is basically starting off with their gift that they, didn't even realize they had? What words of encouragement would you give them?
I think I would say to be confident in your gift, like because I feel like whatever gifts God give you, He give them to you for a reason. And sometimes we have these gifts that we like keep to ourselves, or because we're afraid of what that gift can do for us and can do for others. So
Mm.
like I always say, like so for me, my prayer this year at the beginning of the year was I wanted to fully walk in my purpose, whatever that looks like. Like
Yes.
whatever, however God sees fit for my life, and also to align for God to align me with people who fit my destiny rather than my history. Because like my friends, I've been friends with them since we were kids,
Yes.
the majority of them.
Yes.
And so like it's like for me it was just like I've been friends with these people for so long. Like I don't really want to make new friends, like and so like people would invite me to like like events and engagements, and I would be quick to be like, no, I'm not gonna come. And but now I'm just to a point where it's like if they're taking out the time to think of me enough to invite me, then I'm gonna go because
Yes.
I never know what kind of connections I can make. And so I really feel like whatever God has destined for you, or whatever gifts He has given you, like walk in that and like walk in that 100%. Because like I said, you never know how it can change your life, how it can change the lives around you, and like you could come in contact with somebody not realizing that the gift that you have is something that they may have needed. And
Listen.
I'm big on that because like I told you, my mom is a schizophrenic,
Yes.
and so like for me, like having a mom who's a schizophrenic, my childhood was just like, I'm not telling people that my mother's a schizophrenic. Like I'm not telling people that.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, your mom's crazy. People are
Yeah, they
cruel.
are.
They are
They
cruel. So
are.
I stopped living with my mom when I was 8 or 9,
Hmm.
and like growing up, a lot of my friends didn't know that my mother was a schizophrenic. They just
No.
knew that I lived with my grandmother
Oh my.
because that's not something I was ready to like. That's not something I wanted to talk about. So in the back of my mind, it was just like and I know this is probably bad to say, but in the back of my mind, it was just like my mother was like in a sense
Mm, mm.
dead to me because like
Yeah.
that wasn't something that I wanted. To me, that was embarrassing growing up.
Yes, and it is.
And so,
Yes, in a sense, it is.
but
Yeah.
now that I'm older, like me and my mom, we still don't have like a great relationship. Like I'm trying to learn how to have a relationship with her through her mental illness because like it's rough.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
very rough.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we ever been on the phone more than 5 minutes because the conversations are just, like sometimes they're just off the wall. So,
Yeah.
but like now I'm just to a point where it's just like maybe, like maybe God allowed my growing up to be the way that it was because He needed me to utilize where I am now to be able to help my mother where she is now. Like to
Yes.
meet her where she's at. And that's
Yes.
tough. Like even at 32, it's hard. And when I say it's hard, like
Yes.
it is hard. It's very hard. And like I have an older sister, who I don't really have a relationship with, and that's
Yes.
my mother's oldest child. So it's two of us.
Yes.
And we don't really have like the best relationship. But right before my birthday just passed, I text her and I let her know like I'm just to a point where I'm no longer fighting for a relationship with you. Like
Yeah.
I can't keep chasing something that's gonna keep running from me. Like and for whatever reason that you don't want a relationship with me, that's completely on you. It has nothing to do with me. So like yeah, like I just feel like because like I said, I feel like where I am now and everything that I'm able to do is really just would it be in the long run what would be able to, for me to like have a better relationship with my mother and better understand her because like I said, I'm 32 and it's rough.
Yeah.
But therapy is helping me with that so much. So like I said, that's why I'm glad I go to therapy because my therapist made me realize that although my mother is alive, I'm grieving her. Like I'm grieving a relationship
Mm.
that I've
Deep.
always wanted.
Deep.
And
That's
so it
deep.
was like I think that's why I'm so the way I am with my children because it's just like matter of fact when I launched my cosmetic line, I launched it on April 21st, 2020 because my son was
Yeah.
turning 8 and that was the age that I was
Oh my
when my mother was
God.
diagnosed with schizophrenia. So it was just like for me that was a milestone because it was like okay, my son is 8
Oh my
and I'm
God.
not diagnosed with this. Like he's still able to have me here in his
Yes.
life. So yeah.
Wow, you giving me the chills because, like you said, God is using this moment for you to reflect on, and even me, like, I don't know when this year on my birthday, I was the same way. I wanted to be by myself.
Yeah.
I felt like I just wanted to be with God. I wanted to
Right.
have that moment alone. So I went, had the hotel, everything. I'm just like, I'm about to be by myself. I
Mm-hmm.
was just good, but in the midst of me praying, it's like I received the revelation, and it's like you said, I've made it past these milestones that my mom didn't
Right.
make it past, and it's like certain things that she was doing at my age, well, I'm doing at the age she was that she wouldn't
Right.
even think of, and it's like, and then I was thinking about even diseases in my family and all that stuff. How I'm like you said, I'm not diagnosed with any of
Right.
that, and it's like Lord. So in that, it was like I was just giving him more praise because I'm like God, you have preserved me. You have preserved me for such a time as this, and I'm ready. Like okay, and to be a parent. And I was even thinking about my son. I'm like, do he need therapy? Because he went through some things, like I said, my mom and then his dad not being around and then me having my moments of being in the world, and it's like, did that affect him? And I was like, you know what, maybe we should go because
Right.
just to see, like, it won't hurt.
Right.
And I remember his dad like, no, don't. And I'm like, sir, you might be the reason why we didn't go.
I feel like
Like,
honestly, and that's so crazy because growing up, that was a question I always asked my grandmother. Like,
mhm.
you didn't think I needed to go to therapy, really? Because that's like a
Yeah,
traumatic,
it
like
was
to go
very.
from living with my mother and then living with my grandmother and my dad. I feel like that was traumatic, and I
Yes.
feel like a lot of stuff that I did growing up was like a cry out,
Oh
like for
my
help.
God,
And
yes.
so like, but to my grandmother and to like, I just feel like that generation, like my dad's generation,
They
that
didn't get
generation,
it.
it's just like, oh, she's being rebellious or she's being mischievous, and
Mm.
it's just like, no, I'm actually crying out for help here.
Yeah, and and that's the crazy thing. Even me, I think about stuff like that, and then I just, like I said, even me understanding from being raised by parents that were in the streets, basically, and it's like, and then it was a broken home, and then it's like just a lot, and then you think about it, and it's like you didn't really, you had a upbringing, but was it the proper way?
You
But
know
I
what's so
know,
crazy?
yeah,
My oldest son just turned 11, and like he loves to just be in his room, right?
yeah,
Like on his game with his friends. And so like sometimes I don't know, it's like a trigger for me because when I was younger, and the reason why I was in my room was because I was trying to commit suicide. It's
mm.
because like growing up in my grandmother's household, like
It
my
was
older brother
strict.
yelled
Yeah.
dad, like it was very strict. So
Yeah.
like I was in my room simply because I feel like I was a being bothersome or like a nuisance,
Yes.
to the rest of the household. But for him, he's just like, no, I'm just like, mom, I'm just playing my
No,
game. But in the
seriously.
back of my mind, I'm just like, is he going through something? Like,
Mhm.
I need to
Mhm.
ask these questions. And he
Mhm.
sometimes he be looking at me like, I'm just playing a game with my friends. Like, like
Yeah.
yesterday he came in my room and I was just like, I haven't seen you all day. You've been in your room all day. Are you okay?
And it's normal for us to go through that, like you said,
Yeah.
because you know what you've been through. But then I'm
Right.
learning that we can't cast off
Right.
our problems, our
And that's what I'm
trauma
telling you. This is
onto
why
our
I went to
kids.
therapy because
Yeah.
it's like I don't want my kids to grow up and have to go to therapy because of
Mm-mm.
their childhood traumas. It's like
Yes.
I'm trying to heal from mine so they don't have anything that they need to help them. As they
Yes.
grow older, they'll have their own stuff that they
Mm-hmm.
need to help them. But I don't want it to be because of me,
No,
of something
seriously.
that I did.
That's
So
what I
yeah.
think about too. Because it's like, and then there's things that, like you said, you can't, how do you ask your mom, like, why? Or
Right.
she doesn't have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find the answer on your own in a sense. So that is definitely deep. So I'm really proud of you for even taking that step to want to be better, to want to heal from the past, and like you said, to not pass that, because that can be a curse in a sense that you're passing down to your kids. So for you not to want to do that, it's like major. So
Right.
I'm really proud of you, for real. So this question, I cannot not ask this question,
Okay.
and it is, what does head in the clouds mean to you?
Head in the clouds to me means just um, being, I feel like, in your own space, in your own thoughts, and having clear thoughts. Like, I feel like head in the cloud is getting to know you on a deeper level. Um, like, wanting to be a better you, wanting to really understand who you are as a person, what your purpose on like on this earth is, what God has destined for you, and like what your journey, like what is why am I on this journey? You know, like
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I feel every day. Like why am I on this journey? Like why God, why are you taking me on these little hurdles? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it just, and then like when you get through those hurdles, you like look back and be like, okay, I see why you did that. I see why I needed to
Yes.
go through that. Because just this past October, November, I went through a horrible, horrible depression, and it was because of my mother. Like I think I had just like when it comes to the holiday, like when it gets around time for holidays,
Talk about
I
it.
get into a really bad depression because it's just like I don't have those moments with my mother. You know, like I don't get to open gifts with my mother on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to call her on Thanksgiving and say, "Hey, come over and have dinner." It's like I don't get to do
Yes.
any of those things. I don't get to call my mom like, "Hey, can the kids come and stay with you for the
Right.
weekend?" Like I don't. I've never got the chance to experience that. Even when I got married, like I didn't experience my mother being at my wedding.
Yes.
So like all of those moments, you know, like I feel like I was robbed of, and it's just like I know I shouldn't have felt that way, but sometimes I do ask God
It's
like, why would you make
human.
this my life? Like why me? And then but then in the back of my mind I have to ask myself like, well, why not you?
Exactly.
Like what makes you better than anybody else that it couldn't be?
Exactly.
So like now I'm just like,
And you have so much. I'm like getting chills because you have so much that will help people out there in the process. And like they need you,
mm-hmm,
and they need you to be on go for
mm-hmm,
them so you can advocate for them
right,
basically. And I'm just really like I said, I'm getting the chills thinking about it because your testimony is so powerful and that you overcame it. Like you're an overcomer and you're a conqueror and you're victorious in this moment and you haven't stopped, because you could have easily gave up and said, I'm done.
yeah.
But you kept going. So I'm really proud of you, for real. Like,
I
this
know I'm
deep.
kept going. Like I said,
Yes.
I tried to commit suicide at 13. It was
Listen.
unsuccessful, and I feel like it was unsuccessful for a reason.
For
So
a
I'm still here.
reason. Yes. God was like, what is you doing, daughter? Like, no. So this next question is called Memory Lane because you have to jog your memory to answer. And
Okay.
I just want to know, like, what photograph or video lives rent free in your mind? It could
What
be
photograph or video lives
past or
rent free in
present,
my mind?
anything.
Ooh, wow. You know what? I'm gonna say when me and my husband took our first vacation out of town, and we both got on the airplane for the very first time, and that was his
Really?
25th birthday. We went to
Aww.
Puerto Rico. Yeah,
I
and that was
like
probably
that.
one of the best vacations we've been on, and we've been so many places since then. But I feel like that was one of the best vacations because it was so like pure. Because like we both had never been on the airplane,
Mm-hmm.
so it was just like a first time for both of us, like doing stuff that we never did for the first time. And then like when I told my husband he was going to Puerto Rico, he was just like, "So the first time you get on the plane, we're flying over water to Puerto
Yeah.
Rico." And I was just like, "Well, why not? Like we have to face that fear."
Yeah.
And like I feel like there's so many things that we've done together for the first time because we did
That
the
is
instant when we were 16.
amazing. Oh my
So
God.
like we grew up together.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
definitely grew up together.
That is so deep. I love that. I really do. So I thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having
Like,
me.
you're so amazing.
Oh,
I'm gonna
thank
give you a hug when we done too.
you.
So, this is your time to tell the people what you have going on, where they can find you. You got any specials happening?
Okay, so you can find me for my cosmetic line at islandofcosmetics.com. My Instagram is islandofcosmetics. For my photography, it's beluxuriousstudios.com. On the website, you can book consultations. If you know exactly what you want, you can go right ahead and just book your shoot with me. My Instagram is beluxuriousstudios for my photography. And I do have a few specials for photography. So right now I'm doing a promo that is for 650 for a full day shoot. Well, I have a half day full day shoot. So full day half day shoots are considered 46 hours, and that includes content creation. So like videos, your photography. I believe with the package you get maybe I think either 25 or 32 photos from that.
Mm.
Um, Food photography, I am not doing food photography until after July. I am like really booked up. So I'm not taking any food photography until after July. But product photography, in person shoots are always available to be booked. And yeah, and then my personal page is Iesha Moody. There's not crazy on my page. It's really not crazy on there. Nothing to be like, oh, let me see what she got going on. I don't got nothing going on my page.
It's amazing. Go follow her. So, like I said, thank you. I know God is like just catapulting you in a whole direction. Like He just got that arrow, like just took off.
It's overwhelming.
Yes, it can be, especially when you like, but that's the best part of it because He's using you. So, yes, keep letting Him use you. For real. So I thank everyone for watching Head in the Clouds with me, KettaMay. And don't forget that if your crown is right above those clouds, they cannot get close to you. You're